tools, and I'll also showcase you few tools which you can use almost daily in the class, and I have been using it, and so I would like to demonstrate it over here. Few e-resources if possible, engagement of students in the class, and how ICT can help us. If time permits, virtual lab for research, what I can do using ICT, and so on. But it all depends on how much time we have. So I'll continue with this quadrant. That is, our life as a teacher revolves around four things: teaching, learning, research, and administration. Of course, to teach, we need to keep learning. When we learn, we actually find out the things that how to teach them things, but we need to remain updated to deliver our course. Maybe, for example, with 23 years of experience, I am teaching programming languages which were not taught to me during my classes, and same happens with everybody. Research, of course, it is also actually a part which we all are fascinated about it. And if we actually get involved in a research, then way of our teaching definitely actually changes. A perspective of delivering that particular concept do change. When I'm talking about administration and integrating ICT into administration, I'm not talking about people who are really actually holding certain administrative positions. Of course, they do use it. But even for delivering certain course or content or a concept, after delivering a course also, during delivering course also, and before delivering course also, we need to maintain lot many records like attendance, or maybe marks, or maybe whether the student has submitted assignment or not, timely reminders to the students if they have submitted it on time, whether we allow them to say resubmit the content. If they do resubmit, whether the older one would be overwritten, or we want to maintain separate copies of this, or we want to actually correct them and resend through using ICT mechanisms. And we all have, actually many of us have adopted these kind of mechanisms during COVID duration also. So we all are now actually quite used to maybe actually not delivering, then actually accepting those things as a person who is sitting on the other side of the table. But both sides of the tables, we actually can utilize ICT for all these four quadrants. However, one word I would like to change in this is, my lecture would be more focused on, or actually our NEP also is talking about now facilitating things rather than teaching only. We also call ourselves as a faculty in a higher education. So it will not be actually, I would say that I am only teaching the concept, but I am facilitating learning. I think that would be better. And when we say that facilitating learning, ICT can help us a lot to do or deliver what we want to do, that is facilitating the things. I'll give you certain examples of this. In the right side, if you see, this is a good image which I took from this blog, that how to design the right training materials. And I liked it, that what we are talking about, we are not saying that throw away the books and adopt the laptops as far as ICT adoption of ICT is consist of. We are talking about adapting this in integration, go walking in hand. Many of us, if there are 20 participants, 18 of us would say that, yes, I'd like to read the books in person. But after actually reading the book, can we actually utilize those concepts in delivering our, say, content and utilize ICT in it? Or maybe actually sometimes it happens that we utilize Kindle, or nowadays Audible is there. If actually somebody has not heard about it, then you can subscribe Audible, wherein actually you can purchase books over Audible, and then you can actually utilize it while traveling, or maybe while sleeping. Before sleeping 10 minutes, you can say that, yes, let me actually hear certain concepts about this particular topic, and it helps a lot. I myself have subscribed Audible, and I like that. So ICT basically talks about mode of education. ICT talks about a lot, but here in education, we are talking about mode of education that uses information and communication technology to support, enhance, and optimize the delivery of information. New technologies involving artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchains, smart boards, handheld computing devices, augmented reality, virtual reality, other technologies, and many educational software and hardware are available nowadays in the market. So as smart boards, I'm not talking about smart boards that is you need to do a lot of expenses. Of course, we shall and we can and we should later on. Maybe maybe time would tell us that whether in every educational institution, in every class, we do have smart boards or not. But yes, we do have now projectors in most of the classes, and we can use virtual boards as well. wherein you can utilize the pens and then write down on virtual boards, and it helps us to record our sessions. Say for example, I'm teaching some concept of mathematics and I'm using open board or Google Jamboard. I can actually explain those concepts using those Google Jamboard, and even if actually my entire maybe numerical is not over, or I want to share that content to everybody in the class, I can convert it to PDF and send it to the class. Or maybe which you can not do using your physical black and white boards. That is maybe actually after completion of numerical, or even half of the numerical is being completed, you will have to erase the content and you will have to rewrite remaining concepts. In this case, actually virtual boards, you have a flexibility to write down as much content as you want. You can even share that PDF with the students, and next day you can ask students that now from here onwards I'll ask or announce names randomly, and one of you would actually start solving from here, that point onwards, and that makes class very interesting. And we don't need anything extra in this. In that particular case, our projector, our laptop do suffice. So here what we are talking about is, sorry, from the perspective of what students learn, we also need to focus upon how they do learn. And various devices and technology in ICT basically includes or facilitates easy processing of information, allow easy sharing of resources. So WhatsApp group, for example, very beautifully Parida ji created a WhatsApp group wherein everybody joined that particular group, and it was a very easy for us and him to continue with the information which he was sharing. Even actually there was wonderful PPT over there, so I'll also be sharing my PowerPoint presentation on that. So it becomes easier to share rather than actually otherwise we will have to create an email of participants and then I'll have to send through other mechanism, or maybe in initial days, who knows, actually maybe say handwritten notes or something like that. Effective accessibility of resources. It may also happen that actually you can download that PPT, and later on if you get time, then in that case actually you have those contents stored and you can refer it anytime later on. ICT also increases possibility of student engagement. I'll showcase you a few examples after my few slides. It also facilitates blended learning and flipped classroom concept, which I do advocate. And actually NEP also has separate section on these kind of things, wherein we want students to get involved in the classroom. Rather than, I'll actually share one article over here. I'll share basically a link to an article over here where author talks about from the stage to getting involved with the students, that is guide by the site. It also, hello? Yes. Please mute yourself if you do not want to ask anything to me, else actually I'm available. ICT allows effective collaboration. We can actually make Google groups. We can actually use online discussion groups, which are Google discussion groups, or maybe Slack and so on, wherein we can maintain long history of discussions and so on. And it actually, students are also now getting used to all these kind of things. For example, I do use Slack in a classroom, wherein actually, for delivering my content, wherein I raise certain question on that particular discussion group. Those are the closed groups, of course, of a classroom. For different classrooms, actually, we can create different discussion groups. And when you actually ponder or add certain questions on the Slack, we can ask students to discuss upon that particular group, and students come up with wonderful solutions, or maybe actually sometimes they counter argument you as well when you add certain concepts that, ma'am, this is not the case, this should be the case. And actually then in the next class, when we facilitate the class by explaining them how actually what I meant, or whatever you are saying, actually maybe it is correct or something like that. But everybody before in evening have observed this kind of discussions on the Slack, and the next day things are going on in the class. So quite effective collaboration is possible. Online cloud-based academic management system, I'll give you for a few examples over here. And it also allows creativity. So for example, this particular slide, same content. If 30 of us, each one of us starts designing, each one of us may come up with a very good or wonderful content, and each one of us may be different as well in communicating the same content. Of course, facilitates creativity, not only from the delivery point of view, but even from students' point of view. Nowadays, they are creating wonderful presentations, wonderful Word documents, PDFs. They can integrate images very easily, unlike in our days. They can integrate or create videos of their project while submitting. Say, for example, even I do the same thing. Earlier it was actually they used to I do teach basically mobile application development and web technologies. So when they create a project, earlier it was like actually they would be presenting in front of me. And now actually but it used to take a lot of time. Now what I do is actually I ask them to record videos. Then they actually record videos of their projects. I actually beforehand see those videos, and then actually in the class I do give my input, and this is how actually things continue. And their videos are uploaded openly, so even other students actually can view. We also facilitate peer reviews in that particular case, so students can actually other say rank or give comments or give suggestions on the videos which have been which belong to basically a project designed by that particular student. So in that case, actually, we are fostering their creativity. They will find out different ways to do the same thing. And what happens at the end of the class is you have enough material with you which you can keep on record. And even actually for students also, that those students can retain those material for a later stage. So what can be done, and can ICT help? Each one of us, what do we want basically? Why, when we say that we want to adopt ICT in education, each one of us want to stay equipped with the current status of the course we are teaching. And none in the class would say that no, I would teach the concepts which I studied in my class before 20 years or 25 years, and I'll not get updated. We each one of us aim to get equipped. Many times it happens that sometimes if we find some news in the newspapers, that also we want to discuss with the students. Yes, this is the current happening. So updation is of course actually one, and we will be discussing that what is a MOOC and how MOOC has been helping each one of us. Create interesting learning materials. This slide which has been prepared, this is actually I've used smart art. I'll give you a demonstration of it, that I wrote simple bullet points over here. I just designing, coloring actually was done in a fraction of a seconds, and I'll showcase you over here. So at least this kind of things you can do very easily. And ICT is like now each one of each discipline people have been using it, unlike only electronics people or only maybe actually say computer science people. Be present and encourage students to be present. That is in classroom also we want to be present, not only physically but mentally also. And we want students also encouraged to be present. So because normally the discussions revolves around encourage students to remain in the class. Why actually we are not creating or like say any discussion on whether faculty is actually by as a whole present in the class for the students. Adapting blended learning, flipped learning, or project based learning. Can we assign some group, or each one of us want to assign subgroup, but there are limitations of number of students in a class, one faculty handling many students in the class, because teacher student ratio we all are trying to maintain, but still actually because of plethora of say I would say elective courses going on and so on, and for maybe for courses which are actually recently being added, at times it happens that we lack faculties at that particular time. So even if we assign some group work and we want to actually give time, are there any other means wherein ICT can help us? Can we explore it? Can we, as I gave an example of a Slack, can we create an online forum for discussions? We want to give regular feedback to students, and we want to ask regular feedback from students, then can ICT help? Why to wait for an end of a semester to take feedback from students as well? Why not actually every week at the last 5 minutes or 2 minutes for ourselves, for self introspection? Because every time we might be teaching new batch of the students, we are same, but our students are changing, and maybe actually they are expecting something else from us, and we are diverted to some another thing, or maybe we want to ask them what else you would like to know, because at the end we want to serve the purpose of what we wanted to do. It's not actually 40 hours in the class and we want to complete, and we don't want that none of students, neither students remember us, neither we do remember that delivery of a course. So can we use ICT for taking regular feedbacks, and can we use ICT for challenging the students? You know, each one of us do not want to shy away from challenging the students, and at times you all might be knowing that when we challenge the students, they actually do many things to come up with the solutions. And when they share it with us, we also get updated a lot. So the hackathons are a good example of it. Even Smart India Hackathon has posted lot many definitions, and students actually, even they do not take part. I have seen in institutions where they try to solve those problems. Few of them, of course, actually do take part. Few of them are encouraged. Few of them are selected and they are asked to take part. But others also actually do read that definitions, do provide the solutions, and you can also use those actually definitions in your class to discuss, wherein what kind of solutions students can bring, and let's see that how those fresh brains can give us the solution, and what kind of solution can they give. So but hackathon, as you all we all know, that that has been facilitated nowadays using a portal. Later stage, when they demonstrate, they do at a physical place, that's a different thing, but initially the definitions are hosted through a means of ICT. I like to play one video over here, and aim of that showing that video in this particular say presentation is not to motivate you people, but aim is that how I would showcase you then later how you can also in your classes integrate videos in PowerPoint. So now, how can you integrate these kind of videos in a class? And all of maybe most of the participants would agree that sometimes if we change the media in the class, there are attention which in a class gets drawn towards us. I also at times actually download certain TEDx talks, or then actually involve certain portion of that particular talk in a class, and then we can discuss it in the class. Maybe generative AI talks about generative AI, and then actually it diverts, or maybe it basically students get involved in that particular discussion very well, because they have seen it using certain I would say visualization has been helping me over there. So how to include it? Insert. Very simply, you can click on video, either online video if you feel that yes you will have internet connectivity, or video on my PC. Please give me a second, I have to switch off my. So how to do it? I request all participants to remain with me, because maybe small tips and tricks, but they would actually save many hours of you. And it would also help you to make your class interesting. So insert video, video on my PC. And then any video which you want. Suppose this was the video which I downloaded it, and you can include it over here. So this was a simpler way to add it. At times, I also record my own videos because our flipped learning concept says that share the materials in advance. I'll showcase you in my later slides that how to record your own videos, and you can integrate into these kind of PowerPoint presentations. Suppose while playing a video, you feel that yes, I want to showcase this particular picture to my students in the class. What you can do in that particular case? Pause a video. Say for example, let me open certain video and then I'll show you. See, now I have paused a video. It may, see, you all need to take care of copyright issues and taking permissions and all, but it may happen that you have created a certain video, you want to show the working of particular machine, you have actually taken it in a lab, you have shown the video, but then parts of that machine you want to showcase it in a detail to the students. Either you can take a picture or you can also do this function print screen. Print screen basically helps you to take the snip or a snap of your screen, which is being seen on the laptop. Say for example, I am visible here at the bottom in my screen, and I want to take my own photograph, or you want to click a photograph of all the participants in the class. Then use function print screen. Then you can open your own PowerPoint presentation. Right click, new slide, and control V. So you can see that I am being seen over here. You know? So as I said, this was taking a print of an entire screen. There's another option which is snip tool. Snipping tool is available in Windows. You can click on it. And there might be other tools as well, which I might not be aware of. But this is an indication that these kind of tools can be utilized. Click on new. And suppose I want to crop my image. I can select this particular portion and now it is being selected. I can also crop the portion, say for example, new, and then I want to showcase that these are the people I can see on my screen, and this is being selected. So this is like taking a portion of that particular screen. For example, this video was, we were visualizing. I paused it, and now I want to only select this no more excuses, take action. So I'm clicking on this, no more excuses, take action, and this has been selected. You can copy it and you can paste it in your PowerPoint presentation. Now it is available with me. Similarly, as I said, if you have taken video of your own or any machine or anything which you want to showcase in a class, microbiology, if you are actually teaching, or any subjects pertaining to your subject, you can actually, if you have created some videos and you want to take certain screenshots, if you have taken certain image on your own, or you have taken permission and then you want to actually take the snippet of that particular say image, you can use this snipping tool. You can also edit this. For example, you can click on this and use edit with paint 3D. As of now, whosoever is interested, you can note down the names of the tools which I have been sharing over here and later on explore, because these two tools which I am talking about are in themselves huge tools. So but a lot of YouTube videos are available and you can actually explore it later on. So in this case, you can use markers and you can draw, you can add the text and so on. Later on, you can save this image, 3D view if you want to see, or lot many, as I said, options are available. It helps us to create effective presentations. Now, after discussion of snip tool, Let me talk about adding hyperlinks in Excel. See, these are the few points which I have gathered after my discussion of participants in these kind of sessions itself, because since this kind of sessions are now carrying on at multiple places, and we are serving in multiple places. When participants do ask me, I feel yes, actually this I should have showcased. Maybe actually being from the same field, I feel it is quite easier. But when participants do ask me, I feel the importance of that, and this is the way how I have created this list. So one faculty did ask me that, ma'am, actually I do not want to go for an entire learning management system or something. I want to maintain a single Excel file wherein I can record, I can actually systematically connect all my resources using a single Excel file. Then how to add a hyperlink? Say for example, this is my first topic, this is second topic, this is third topic, fourth topic, and I am here talking about snipping tool, PowerPoint, and so on. And I have created one PPT on this, or maybe PDF on this, or video on this. Then select it, select that particular cell, right click, create a hyperlink, and then you can link it to the document which you want to. Now, in this case, you need to make sure that you cannot change the path of the file once you have connected. Say, for example, I'm connecting this. When I'm hovering my mouse over it, the path of my file says C, users, SAJ, desktop, burn screen, and two-dimensional versus three-dimensional images. If I change the location of that particular file, and if later on then if I try to select this, I'll not be able to, because that link has been broken now. So before actually connecting it, you need to actually properly decide the place, or maybe actually if you change the place, then you will have to recreate it. But then in this case, if you see at a single place, she or he, or basically I'm targeting the participant who asked me this question, and then he can click on this, and he or she can open this kind of material. So at only a single place, she would be able, and very easily she would be able to manage the contents, rather than actually digging multiple tools and making things complicated. If you want to remove this link, select, right click, remove link. You can also edit the link after. See, you won't get an option of editing link over here, but once you have created a link, right click, you'll be able to see edit link. And lot many other options are possible. This is just a hint that you can do these kind of things. Creating link in a PowerPoint. Say for example, I want to create a link over here which points to an external document. Then how do I go about? Right click again. I'm removing the existing hyperlink and then create hyperlink. The way we create it in Excel. So for example, crossword has been connected to this. Then when actually I am showcasing my PowerPoint slides in a show mode, if I hover a mouse over here and I click it, yes, and I'll be able to open that particular document. So this is being opened. And then I can walk to and fro, I can explain this and so on. If suppose you want to connect multiple slides, how do you do? Say I want to connect this to some another slide in the same PowerPoint. How would you do it? Then in that case, select the content, right click, and then hyperlink is again the option. But earlier I chose this option, which is default selected, that is existing file or web page. Now you can select place in this document. So in this case, along with the slide titles, wherever I have given the titles are available. Wherever I have not given, slide 23, 24, 25, 26 and so on are there. And maybe I want to select, I can, in the right, I can see the preview as well and so on. For example, let me connect it to forget the fear one. When I'm showing this now, and if I'm clicking this other slides, I'll be able to jump to that particular slide. So this way you will be able to, in a class, you will be able to jump from one slide to another slide and connect multiple slides. Suppose now, in this case, I want to actually go back to the same slide from this place or any other slide. How do you do? One is actually click and utilize the text. Another way is use action buttons. Many of you might have used the shapes button while creating PowerPoint slides, but few of you would have used this action buttons. This action buttons, basically they are small images only, but it looks like this is for forward, and this is only I would say that representing forward. Forward doesn't mean automatically actually it is for forward slides, and the backward icon doesn't mean that it can be only utilized for going back. But maybe say for example, let me add back one. And then you can say that which slide you want to say click or select. Maybe going back. So what I wanted to do is few things. Okay. Okay. Now when I present this slide, I'm clicking on other slides and immediately I'll be able to jump on forget the fear. So just read the statements. Technology will never replace great teachers, but in the hands of great teachers, it's transformational. This is mentioned by George Couros, author of Innovators Mindset. And if I click on this button, clicking on this, I'm able to reach to the slide where I was. So this is how actually you can connect multiple slides in a PowerPoint. Now, I wanted to talk about smart art. In case if you feel that, ma'am, please actually take a pause and explain us again, let me know. Because it is not how much we cover. I can keep on speaking for 90 minutes. And if none of you can have anything with you at the end of the class, it doesn't actually serve my purpose. All of you know to create bullets. Now suppose I have created this 4 bullets and I want to actually change the shape of it. You can use smart art. Now if you can see on the screen, beautifully actually a lot of representations are there. I can use this. Some has actual meanings. If, for example, if I use this particular diagram, basic cycle, then it is representing certain cycle. Say, for example, software development cycle. And I don't need to create this kind of circles on my own and error connecting using arrows on my. It will take a lot of time. What I did was I only actually created bullet points, and then I utilized convert to smart art, and it is there on my screen. You can also later on, I cannot actually explain each and everything to you in this 90 minutes, but later on you can also see that how you can add more circles if you want to change on, if you want to change the type of this, lot many actually themes are available. But you can represent the content very, I would say that appealing way, which actually students will, for example, this is the example where actually you can showcase that this is being highlighted more, or and any other interpretation can be also there. But see, on a click, I am able to change it. You can also change the colors depending on the theme or template which you have used. So you should explore this functionality. Small things I would like to share, but I hope that it would be useful to you while creating these kind of materials, which are actually trying to convey the information which you wanted to convey. Not only because you wanted to actually pass on time in the class, but you want to serve certain purpose. Now, systematic searching. Many sessions you might have attended, or actually all of us are using Google search engines or any other search engine as well. There are many other search engines as also. There are two good options available which should be explored, that is search by voice and search by image. Nowadays, because of smart TV, many of us, or maybe Alexa, we all know that we can actually give input using our voice. That is, we can give speech as an input. Why actually I'm talking about this in creating learning material, or actually I'm relating it with the education? That is, sometimes you want to search something which we are not even clear with, or maybe I know in my own language. When NEP has been permitting teaching in your own language, and maybe actually you want to listen to the professor who are delivering in your language, you have translated it, and then you want to search things on detail. And but you do not know actually what basically actually the what is the translated word of it. You just want to speak and then search. You can, or you maybe you want to search certain song, and you're not aware about the wordings of the song, but you are just trying to recall that what were the words, what were the words. You can click on search by voice, and then you can actually sing it in a rhythm, just and Google will try its best to give you the relevant songs. Next is searching image. Say for example, you click this photograph of a certain plant or certain a leaf, and then you want to add description of it in your e-content. You yourself actually drew something on a page, and then you want to say that something like this is available on internet or not. Or maybe you visited some fort. I belong to Jaipur, so for example, if I visited some fort and then I want to see that same architecture is available somewhere, and if I am professor of something where I need to discuss architectures, then I want to see that similar kind of architecture are available at which places. Then actually that photograph clicked by me, or the image which I have downloaded from Google, I can click on this and then I can upload. But there could be a lot of instances. Any image you can actually click on, and then you can say, for example, I am working on learning disability called dysgraphia. So this is a handwriting sample, and I wanted to find out similar samples, or maybe the source of this sample from where I have clicked this. Then I have uploaded image, and relevant images are being displayed. In the right side, you can see that now these are the images. So my searching now actually shifted from text based to either voice based or image based. Google Lens also is very actually powerful in this particular case. You can use your mobile lens, and anywhere if you are say moving and you want to see that what information on Google is available pertaining to that particular image, then your lens can help you. You don't need to capture that image and then upload it. There are other ways to do same thing. Sometimes it also happens that we have seen some person and we want to know about that person. We recall, or maybe we are having an image, but we are not able to recall that who that personality is. You met some professor somewhere, and then actually you clicked the photograph with him, but now you are not able to recall who was he, and you want to actually follow him up now because of this LinkedIn and all. Now these things are possible. Then you can select using this. You'll be able to find out relevant images about that professor, and then you can get connected. So there could be variety of use cases of these kind of things. Now I'm searching. When you search something, normally we have tendency to look this way, and then we get lot many details. We should also see these categories for actually detailed searching or filtered searching. I would use that particular word. Images, many of you might have used it. So you can basically the content which has been retrieved by Google are now categorized in this way. So books related to overfitting would be there. Whatever think that it is relevant, it has displayed it on the screen. Suppose news related to this, then these things are available there. At times you may find junk, but as we know that maturity of search engines are now still actually they're quite mature than the earlier ones. Also try to use these tools. Say for example, I am on images, more, click on tools, and then you can select that you want a large image, you want medium image, you want only an icon, you want images of which color. Then you can select this, and you can see that whosoever has designed yellow or utilized yellow as a background is there. Any type. If you want animated one, then go for GIF. If anybody has created GIF one, that is animated image, on this particular concept, that is overfitting, it would be displayed on the screen. You can also check time when it was uploaded. You should also check usage rights. Although at times I've seen that it creates junk, that they have tried to categorize into two, that is Creative Commons licenses and commercial and other licenses. But when you click on Creative Commons licenses, sometimes actually either few contents are there, or actually if contents are there, they are actually mismatched. That means actually licensed images are also shown over there, but at least say, I would say that systematic way of filtering content is there. Bookmark feature. Whenever you are surfing something, say for example, maybe in this case I was searching for a tutorial, and then just a second, I could open this, what is overfitting in machine learning explained. And then later on, I felt that yes, this blog or this article is quite important to me. But as of now, I cannot read either in entirely, or maybe I want to save it for later usage. Then one way I do have is select this, Control C, and copy that URL somewhere. Or what we can do is use the feature which is bookmark. On the right side in a bar, you have an option called a bookmark. Similar to the earlier physical bookmarks with which we are used to use it, that after reading 10 pages or something, either in a diary or something, we have a thread and we keep it over there. So we can directly go there where we left, or we actually keep bookmarks in between. Say many of us might be used to have multiple bookmarks in our books as well, so that during the examination times or during the interview time, these are the concepts which you wanted to revise, and 1000 pages book or 200 pages book, you can put bookmarks in between. Or we used to fold that particular page. I don't know how many of you have done it, but a small page folding. Then later on sticky notes were there, but we had our own ways to actually remember those pages in between. So this is, click on this, and this URL would be copied here automatically, and you can select the folder in which you can even categorize this into multiple folders. Say for example, if I want to add in a deep learning, this folder is being selected. You can create another folder, this, and then you can add it within a folder. Also, you can also create subfolders. Say for example, I want to add it in a bird screen, done, and it is being stored. Later on, if I want to see, click on this, sorry, not this, here, bookmarks and list. And this is the list of the bookmarks which I have created whenever actually I have time. Select burnt skin, and this is the one overfitting. I have just copied it over here. So if I click on this, same URL will get open. Unless and until that URL, that content has been shifted from there, your internet would be able to, you would be able to basically see that content on the screen using internet. So this is arranging the URLs for later use. You can also actually create your own WhatsApp group. You are there. Somebody said me in one of the classes that WhatsApp has now added that particular feature. I'm not sure of, but what I did was I created a group. I added my son into it, and then actually I removed him. So now that group actually is for me. So I can send content to myself. So sometimes we are traveling and we feel that yes, this is the video which I liked very much, and I would like to refer that video multiple times. In that case also, you can copy that URL and copy it to self. You can upload documents to self. Basically small ways of utilizing ICT in our daily life, and particularly focusing teaching as a profession, that is in education. Today afternoon also I took same session in some another university where somebody asked me that, ma'am, how to add a background in a slide. So I added this. Now suppose I want to add background to this slide. Go to design, format background. And then actually there are a lot of options available. You can have this. Even actually in a picture or a texture file, you can have a file which you can add, and so on. So there are a lot of options later available. But I suggest that each one of you should understand usage of slide master. This is not a class for teaching you the PowerPoint, but actually you can use the slide masters and change the content in a slide master, which would help you creation of PowerPoint in quite a systematic way. Now, I'd like to showcase you that how to engage students in the class, or maybe actually how many participants are there in our class. 46 participants. How many of you are active
Excuse
or
me, ma'am.
alive? Or... Yes, yes.
Ma'am, nowadays we are getting so many advertisements and all, like integrate Chat GPT 4.0 with PowerPoint and Excel and this that. Or we have created this PowerPoint presentation within 5 minutes or 2 minutes, something like. So can you please have some light on how to integrate these AI tools to PowerPoint, please?
See, as of now, I have not integrated it. So in this class, I'll not be able to comment on that particular thing. I've also seen a lot of videos, but I have not explored those things. But yes, for research, of course, I have done. I have integrated Ask. I have used Quillbot, but they are free versions are giving certain benefits. The remaining actually they have kept it as for proprietary ones. But I did try those, but in a PowerPoint and those I have not. And for creating slides, I did try one in which actually I tried to create. I was supposed to deliver a content on generative AI. I still remember generative AI for social good. And then I thought, let me actually create slides using that particular tool. I'll not name that particular tool over here because they have also been advertising a lot. And then when I started giving the content till 10 slides, it tried to give me. And later on, actually, it flashed a message. Now, actually, you need to pay for others. And I personally was not satisfied with those 10 slides. You know, Chat GPT I have been using a lot, and I would suggest you as an educator also to use it. You can create presentation outlines. Just I'll give you one demo. For example, I'm supposed to give presentation on deep learning tomorrow and day after tomorrow also in one of the say refresher course. And I just wanted to see, of course, when you are delivering something, you already have a like knowledge to a certain extent on that particular topic. But then I went to ChatGPT. See, deep learning essentials. This is the tab which is already there. You can also start new chat. And how actually I utilized it. See, because these are the prompts which I have already given and the content which I have received from ChatGPT. I'll showcase you a few examples. See, I am supposed to take 90-minute session on deep learning. What shall I cover? And I received these things. 20 minutes, 50 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Okay, I said elaborate each point. You all can creatively create your own points. I tried these, means your creativity can be more better, or you may be able to get more systematic content. Then it said, certainly I will do it for you. And in each topic, it tried to give me more important things. And then I was just trying to take a pointers from ChatGPT based on which I should create my slides. Say, go still more detail with good YouTube videos on each topic. Just see. And then I was suggested something. And it happened so that they are really popular videos, which I myself have actually visited earlier as well. But this is how actually. Okay. Then I wrote wonderful. See, this I have not created for you. I am just showcasing that what I did. Can you now with each point add few reading references as well, so I can prepare slides? And actually tried to give me reference as well. Now, can you share 2 use cases with code added in our details? And here actually it failed to a certain extent because I didn't like the use cases which has been shared by. Then I included, can you include pre-trained, because this was a missing point in that particular slide. Can you include pre-trained architectures also in above with, of course, YouTube links and reading reference? Because actually I tried it without writing this. Then in that case, actually links were missing, but I wanted along with the links. Then actually I received a call from them that no ma'am, not 90 minutes. You will be taking 2 sessions, 180 minutes. So then I changed my prompt, not necessarily 15 minutes. You shall now extend it to, because this prompt was already saved. So then I started. Everything is not being done on the same day. I mean, then later on I added not necessarily 15 minutes. You shall now extend it to 180 minutes. And based on the history which was stored earlier, ChatGPT tried to give me something else. So I have not copy pasted it somewhere and again pasted into this prompt. Then again, actually, I received something, and I'm not sure what else I have done later on as well with this particular thing. So I hope the point is clear that yes, many things are possible using generative AI. To what extent, where? For example, here I cannot create the slides. If I start asking, can you create slides for me? It will say that no, I am not meant for generating images. I did try Dell E also, but to a certain extent, uh, it was able to do, but not our problem. Like my purpose was not solved. I hope you have answered your question. Not exactly, but
No, thank you, ma'am. That's not issue. What we have done on ChatGPT, the similar things you have experienced. But again, we have to copy the text, put on slide, and then decorate the slide. But what in advertisement they show is different thing. They show directly the slides, very beautiful slides, within 5 minutes or 10 minutes, something like. Fine,
so
but then
maybe in a
good.
proprietary version, what I feel is Rahulji, in a proprietary version, if actually they have included the way they have been, as I said, in a free version, I could not get the
No, might
things
be
which I want.
no, might
Hmm.
be they are integrating it with the PowerPoint somehow. Maybe by paying something to ChatGPT or maybe to Microsoft. But that was what I have seen in advertisement. That's it.
Yes, even in Excel also they are saying that you can create such a beautiful presentations. And if you are actually you not using generative AI in this particular stage, then you are actually wasting a lot of time. Something kind of this
Right.
advertisement. Yes, yes. So let us continue with this.
Yeah, please.
Hmm. And yes, now actually I'll showcase you the utility of Mentimeter. Mentimeter is one website which allows you to create a presentation where you can take inputs from the audience. I use it in a class, even in face to face. So first I'll demonstrate you that how to use it by taking your inputs, and then I'll within 5-10 minutes I can showcase you that how to use it. It is quite easier to use it, and it is quite easy and like impressive. So this you when you click or write www.mentimeter.com on URL, you'll be able to get this screen. I'll give you one code. You need to enter that particular code, and you'll be able to join. So before you join, let me open my Mentimeter, and before I give you code, so this is the screen which you will get. So you have 3 different ways to join the presentation, which I want you to showcase, and I want to take your inputs. I'll not be anonymous inputs would be there, and I'm not doing it for record purpose. So I am just trying to showcase you that this you can use it in your class as well. In my slide, you will be able to see 3 things. One is one URL, second is QR code, and third is normal 8-digit code. So either you write down mentimeter.com and add this code, or you type this URL. I'll be adding this in a chat. Or if you are on mobile, you can also use scanner, QR code scanner. And then soon I'll showcase you that how you can also create this kind of slide in your PowerPoint presentation and use it in a class. Yes, I have pasted that link. So either you can click on that particular link and directly you can open. Second way is mentimeter.com and add that 8-digit code. I'll again show you. And third way is use QR code. So even if your students are not with the laptop in the class, they can use their own mobiles to give answers. And believe me, in this case, at least, when you use this in class for variety of purposes, engagement of student definitely increases. 26335984. Let me start that presentation as well, so you'll be able to two 6335984.
Ma'am, kindly repeat what to do once again.
Yes. You can you use the chat box? There is a one link which has been pasted over there. So you can click on this, and once presentation you will be able to see where it would ask you to enter certain inputs. Or click on www.mentimeter.com and add the code 26335984. Am I clear now? None of you have joined because I can see on this screen that none of you have responded. And none of you have joined as well. Please try to experience these kind of things because this is what ICT is all about. If I keep on speaking over here, I can complete my 90 minutes anyway, but then not of any use. Try to use it. In that case, you'll be able to use it very effectively in your class. Yes, two people have logged in, and this is the way you can see. I want to actually make you use in these kind of things in your class. So as an instructor, if you see, you can see this that is two people have responded. 6 responses are there because each one of you would be able to add 3 inputs. So 3 plus 3 is 6. One person has liked it. In the class, when you have 40 students or even 100 students in the class, they can actually scan the QR code using their mobile and they can enter these kind of things. So people with different, of course, AI background, computer science background, machine learning background might be knowing whatever I have been communicating it over here. Pardon me if I have repeated the things, but that's how things go about. This is a word cloud with a specific meaning. You can use it in a class. Say, for example, by the end of the class, if you say that what concepts did we learn today? And in the last 10 minutes, they would add certain concepts. And you will be able to get the responses from the entire class. Once students know that you are using these kind of tool and these are maybe anonymous, they would actually add the responses without any fear. कई बार हम क्लास में क्वेश्चन भी पूछते हैं ना कि इसका आउटपुट क्या आएगा या इसका आंसर क्या आएगा. Maybe it is a number. Somebody will say 40, somebody would say 45. You can take this kind of input using these tools. And this is one of the tools. I mean, even I am not aware of many tools, but there are a lot of such tools available in the market nowadays. This is a word cloud. Means based on the frequency of the responses, size of the word is being displayed. If you can see, computer science word is being displayed in a larger font than power system dynamics, because the frequency of computer science in this 21 responses is more. So maybe even at the end of the class, you may throw a question like, which concept you did not understand today in my class? Then they would add certain concepts. Larger the font of the concept, you should understand, yes, maybe that requires repetition. You can also take feedback of the students. Free flowing feedback is also possible in this case. Now I'm changing the slide. Again, please actually be sure I'm not going to use this data anywhere. This is only to see that how this can be utilized. So second one is learning on. You can also actually do the settings where you can control the presentation, so that students cannot move directly to that particular slide. As of now, I have not kept that control. Lot of options are there to take polls, but once you get used to these kind of tools, maybe the same tool would serve multiple purpose. Eight people did try it. So let us move to whosoever has tried it would like to know that actually how I did it. In fact, actually, if you learn it now, from tomorrow itself, you can start using it in your class. In front of students itself, within few minutes, you'll be able to create this presentation. Click on new presentation. Blank. Templates are all also available, but again, free and premium versions are there. So this is freemium one. Mentimeter is basically freemium one. Whatever I have been showcasing you, I've used the free, say, facilities which are available. So you don't need to worry about as of now payment. But yes, later on, if your organization permits or your pocket permits, you should go for it. Then actually, say for example, UGC, title of the slide, new slide, and a lot of options are available. Of course, all are not available in the free version, but still you can use 1, 2, 3, you can easily use. Multiple choice question, and you can add options over here. New slide. Word cloud is this one. Open-ended is this one. Suppose you want to actually ask, or you ask users to enter something, you can use this way. The word cloud is this one. Now this presentation would be able to include only 2 slides in the free version. Otherwise, actually, a lot of possibilities are there, but you can create multiple presentations. So that limit is not there. There is a limit on number of respondents, but actually I believe it would suffice your requirements. And there are tips to move ahead in that case as well. But if you want to present this now, how would you? But before that, you'll have to share this. So click on share. You will be able to see the link. Copy it in a PowerPoint, right click, new slides, Control V, and this link will be added. QR code, download it. QR code basically helps when students are with mobile, then it is easier because they might not be carrying laptop in the class. Right click, copy, and then paste. Code is also there. This is the code. If somebody do not want to get logged in and directly want to use it, code would be useful in that particular case. So now three things are available on the screen. What if we want to see the responses? In this case, we won't be able to, because I have not collected the responses. This was just to showcase you. And then this is the slide where we had few responses. Manage results. And you can click on view results. And you will be able to download. Say 71% responded. 71 is out of those who logged in, not entire class who were in Google Meet. So 12 participants responded, logged in, out of which 8 responded. In this case, 12 got basically logged in, and only 9 responded. And these are the screenshots of the results. So you can use it for later purpose as well. Maybe actually today you have asked to students that which concepts you would like me to repeat, and you can use word cloud for that. You can download this result, and tomorrow you can start your, or next day you can basically start your class from that point itself. So this is PDF. One thing you need to remember, in a free version, they won't allow you to save this result for multiple slides. Only result of last slide would be available. Even Excel won't be available, but if you go for paid versions, even Excel sheets are available. So this was meant, and suppose you want to use same slide again and again, then you can go to manage results and reset results. So in this case, I am resetting the results for entire presentation. I'm clicking on reset results, and I'll be able to use the same PowerPoint slides again. PowerPoint, this Mentimeter slides. Okay. So this was just a demo of a simple tool which you can utilize to make your class interactive or engage students in the class, take inputs from the students, and so on. Moving on to presentation. There's a lot about experiential learning and all. Let me talk few things about MOOC as it comes under the agenda of this talk of UGC MMTC. So MOOCs are basically massive open online course, and each one of us actually now experience the utility of MOOC, wherein on courses are hosted online, and I'm sure many of you might have hosted this kind of courses as well now, because this has been trend, and we should get involved in hosting the course. I myself have hosted one course on IIT Quota portal. And it's really actually one first time you may feel that it, I'm not talking about only from the using perspective, I'm talking about from even creating your own course as well. Each one of us actually has certain kind of knowledge, and it is good to share it with others. Maybe who knows that at that particular content you are better than others, or you were better than others, but you never realized. So you should go for actually sharing these kind of things on a screen, on a certain portals. YouTube is of course one, but there are other official portals also, where Udemy is the one where you can post the course. You can even earn through that. Swayam, NPTEL, of course you can prepare a proposal and share it with them. If actually it fits into their scheme, then they would like to get involved. Many times actually this contents are paid, so you need to actually cross check. But yes, there are many platforms which offer free, but free is not always say, I would say that we are looking for at times. But of course free is something which we keep looking. So these are the two actually, I would say, statements which are different, and you all realize that. So basically at times NPTEL and Swayam are anyways free for us, which has been hosted by government. These portals are very good for usage. You can actually ask, see how I use it. Let me share my own personal experience. You may like it, you may not like it, but actually I get enrolled in those kind of courses at the starting of the semester when we float it to the students as well. We are encouraging students to enroll, but I also actually get enrolled. I never reached till certification because it becomes always difficult with other things, that to go through entire course and do. But yes, there are many concepts which actually I feel that I should learn from that particular professor, how they have been delivering what I have been delivering. It helps me to actually update myself, it helps me to correct myself, it helps me to actually know that what is the alternate way to deliver the same things, new courses, new content, new concepts. If I have been missing something in the same course which is being delivered by another professor through that MOOC, that you can utilize. Again, I have started giving, and since last 5 6 years, not I, we have been doing that. We give it as part of assignment as well. The students actually, we assign them that particular course, or maybe as an assignment, and we actually give marks to them as well. One more thing we did actually with NEP has also been permitting in JK Lakshmipat University, which I was earlier, was curated MOOC. Curated MOOC was in the sense that we used to ask students to those courses, irrespective of the platform. Of course, actually there we did purchase Coursera as well, which was free to students. We paid on their behalf. From computer science point of view, actually it was quite helpful, because when they asked for multiple electives, we were finding it very challenging to find out the faculties. So because if, for example, 20 students start speaking about that I want this course, then actually it becomes very difficult to spare a faculty for 10 students or maybe 15 students or 2 students, who knows. And sometimes the students also want to spend a semester somewhere else, or maybe every semester student want to drop certain course which are not compulsory, but they want to do it on their own. So there we created a scheme wherein we actually said that every semester these courses which are actually prescribed in a syllabus or a course structure are compulsory, but this you can drop, and alternatively you can choose any MOOC. But they curated, why did we actually named it as a curated? Because we also actually assigned a faculty with each MOOC. Of course, responsibility on the faculties were increased in that case, but it was lesser than delivering the entire course on their own. Even if actually suppose I have been allocated certain course, that particular MOOC, I had to actually go through that MOOC, but we can actually use those videos, forward those, backward, pause, and we can actually take a glance of that particular MOOC also. But students can do it at their own pace. At the end of the semester, or maybe actually mid-semester, their exams was conducted by faculty itself, who was assigned to curate that particular MOOC. And after actually successful completion of that particular examination, we used to give them the credits. And we permitted 2 MOOCs every semester, maximum 2 MOOCs every semester. So this is how actually we utilize. There could be a variety of ways to utilize this, but I personally found it, yes, it was quite useful. For computer science, for example, cognitive class.ai is the one, and there are many actually which offer short courses, very short courses, but those concepts are quite important for students. Then we can give them as an assignment that you go through that MOOC, you prepare a presentation based on that MOOC, or you solve this particular question which is based on that MOOC, and you can actually give marks to them as well. And there are a variety of ways, as I say, to integrate these kind of things in our courses. Swayam, NPTEL, Coursera, Stanford Learning, Udemy, Cognitive Class.ai, edX, Khan Academy, Geeks for Geeks, Teachable, Skillshare, DataCamp. Of course, YouTube channels are there, and many more could be there, which I might have missed over here. Another concept which we all should be aware about when we are talking about ICT in higher education, or ICT in education, or ICT in modern ICT in education, whatever way we want to call, that is integration of or usage of LMS, learning management systems. We all are now, actually most of us have adopted ERPs. I'm not sure about each and every institution, but yes, for applying leaves or maybe actually for accounting purpose or so, ERPs have been purchased at most of the places. But when it comes to learning management system, we are still far away. That's what I have experienced. Moodle is the one which is open source and which is free, which can be utilized. Even individual faculty can try. It is not that entire organization has to pick up the Moodle and go. If you get a chance to attend some workshops on Moodle, then you should, or maybe actually even YouTubes and all are the ways which where you can learn, where you can utilize it for hosting your own course. If not, there are many, but Canvas also we did try. then Google Classroom is the one which of course each one of us can opt for. In that case, actually, we are not dependent on anyone. We can create Google Class and then we can deliver our material and we can share our material. We can organize our content. We can actually share assignment. We can take the inputs from the students pertaining to that particular assignment through that Google Classroom itself. And again, I need you all to believe me that first time it is really difficult, but from the next cycle onwards, actually, it would make your tasks quite easier. It is suppose if somebody asks you to take a new course, then of course, actually, initially we feel our hands are warm. We feel that yes, actually, a lot of work has to be done. We wake up in nights and we prepare material, we do it. But when actually when our finally our task is being completed, we feel actually really self-satisfied that yes, I did it. Similarly, actually utilizing these elements also, initially you may feel कि ये क्या actually headache ले लिया मैंने, but next time next cycle when you actually start modifying it, you will feel that yeah, my content has been quite organized. If not entire Google Classroom, last thing let me share, you can use Google Forms to take the assignment as well. Of course, each one of you might have used this Google Forms, but what I want to showcase you today is that how to take assignments using Google Forms when you expect that certain has to be uploaded by students. And why at the end of semester, mid of the semester, even in the end of the class, while teaching you felt that यार ये sum मैं चाहता हूँ कि और I wish that actually इसको solve करके सारे students मुझे send करें. Then you might be having one way कि सब लोग mail करेंगे या फिर सब classroom में notebooks में लिख के आएंगे and you will rotate and then you will see. Another way is in front of students itself you can create the class, or maybe actually pre-hand you can create this Google form and take it in the class. कई बार अचानक से क्लास में लगता है कि यार इसको ऐसे अपन स्टूडेंट्स के से करवाते हैं एंड दे शुड डू इट. तो जस्ट अ सैंपल असाइनमेंट. Even at the end of the semester, you want projects report to be submitted using this way. Click over here. Choose the file upload option. This is what I want to showcase you today. And then continue. Now this form is created. Click on view folder. This is the folder of your Google Drive using Gmail ID which you have logged in, where the files would be uploaded. Now, say you can also see the preview, and suppose somebody gives response. I'm uploading some solution. You can also restrict the file. Suppose you want only PDF or only something else, then you can do it. And submit form. As a student here, I have submitted the form. As a teacher, what you will be able to see is one response. Click on this, view folder, and you will be able to see that particular file. Suppose you want to actually see it in a sheet. First time you should choose create a new spreadsheet, and next time you should choose select existing spreadsheet. Create, and one sheet will be created for you. So one assignment was uploaded by Sonal. Timestamp, roll number, name, and upload your solution, and I'm having this file. Now I can click on this file and I'll be able to see that particular content. How to share this form with students? I hope now all of us are using this, so you might be knowing this. Click on this. You can shorten the URL also. Copy this URL, and maybe, for example, I'm sharing this in a chat window. This is how you can actually share it with the students. In case अगर कोई WhatsApp group बना हुआ है, सपोज उसी वक्त पहले से प्लान गए हैं, then it is well and good. But अगर कभी ऐसा लगता है कि नहीं उसी वक्त बनाना है, तो भी it takes few minutes to actually do this and share it students can also actually, as I said, के assignment का solution hand written करके scan करके and then PDF बना के upload कर सकते हैं, and later on you can see it, and you can even give marks in the same Excel sheet, and you can showcase, or maybe you want to put remarks on that particular Excel sheet, and next day you can showcase it because of this. Actually, these remarks have been given over here. And as I said, lot many things are there in ICT. We can keep on going. We can keep on experimenting. Even I might not have explored all the things, but still I would like to end my session over here. And thank you so much for hearing me patiently. I hope I could deliver what I wanted, and you could get something out of the session. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for sharing your insight and information on the role of ICT in modern education system. Ma'am mentioned several apps and online platforms that could be very useful for delivering online lectures. This could be very beneficial for all the educators. And ma'am also shared many technical hacks that can make educators' life easy. Thank you, ma'am. With this, we wind up the session.
Okay, bye. Thank you, Umesh ji. Thank you, Kalpana. Bye.